That's good. Hello, everyone. We're doing a beautiful subconscious healing meditation today for all the people who join live and also for the people on YouTube. And we just have the intention to do it for everyone who's joining or who's watching it later on. So the first topic of today is really important. We're going to start with openness to healing and clear some resistances around being open to subconscious healing. Yeah, so that is how we usually start and how we get in the flow, just to increase that openness to be able to heal ourselves, so that the healing that happens afterwards is going to be more effective, if that makes sense. Okay, today we also have our beautiful Enlighten Me machine here, our little friend, Enlighten Me, Enlighten Me machine. And it is really a meditation tool, and it serves as an antenna, which brings down the high vibrational frequencies to us. And we can merge our energy with that frequency of the EM machine. And that will support the healing. It will make it easier. It will make it a little bit smoother. So we don't need it, but it's just like a nice tool to have.
Yeah, and let's show that a bit. One of our friends and colleagues, Daniel, made this. It's got copper and it's got different metals inside here, and it's got a lot of crystals, beautiful crystals. You could hear them rolling around in there. And this thing is quite heavy. People don't realize this is like a workout just to hold it on with one hand. It's really compact, but like we said, it's just the energy of pure love, and it's just another tool. Just if you had another crystal or something of that nature, but it has a real beautiful frequency. Here, you hold this workout here. You want me to hold it?
Yeah, okay, I can hold it.
Go for it.
I can hold it as I'm doing the first tune in around openness to healing. Okay, just clear everyone who's in there. I'm gonna clear everyone live and on YouTube who's joining us.
Let's get into a rhythmic breath. Just taking a breath for about 3 to 4 seconds, hold and gently breathe out. And you don't have to count, just get into a rhythm of breathing here. If there's something on your mind or your awareness, just let it go like a passing cloud.
Okay, so the first limiting belief that is coming through is, I'm not open to healing. I don't want to heal. And we see that limiting belief shifting from our consciousness, from our subconscious mind. I don't want to heal. It's saying, I don't want to heal. There's more benefit to not healing. There's more benefit to complaining than there is to healing.
And realize that this is a non-truth, and allow this. Don't dwell on what's coming up here. Just allow it to come up like a cloud again or something, and just let it go into the sun, or allow it to go into a black hole.
Yeah. See that limiting belief gently drifting away as you're closing your eyes and really focus on your inside. And we let it go from our subconscious mind, from our DNA, from our ancestor levels, from our physical level, from our cells and our bodies, from our family lineages. We're letting it go from our whole universe, so that it no longer exists in our whole universe. Because the benefits to healing are always greater than the benefits to not being able to heal or to not healing. So the next one that I'm feeling is drama. I need the drama in my life to be content, to have a fulfilled life. There always needs to be action and busyness. There needs to be drama in my life. So take in a breath and slowly breathe out. Close your eyes and gently see that limiting belief. It's like a group of limiting beliefs. It's like an attachment to struggle and drama. Gently see that drifting away and being absorbed by a black hole from your energy field. And we're letting it go. We also clear that from the mother, the father, from our parents. We cleared it on a cellular level, on a molecular level, from our family lineages, all those generations that it reaches back. Struggle is normal is the next one that is coming up. I need struggle to survive. If I don't have struggle in my life, I don't feel that I am alive. Struggle equals life. So you're going to shift that from the deepest level of our subconscious mind, from our DNA, from our ancestral lineages, from our galactic connections, from every level of our being, from every level of our consciousness, from our DNA. Okay, that feels good. So what I'm being shown now is there is more openness to healing in the whole group right now. You just see where the energy wants to go, where the flow wants to go. You want to continue?
Yes. I'll continue now. Just be gentle with yourself as you return to this space. You can get into that rhythmic breath. And I'm going to change the theme here, go into a new topic. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels okay.
And once again, this is called the Enlightened Me machine. It's sometimes called the EM machine. And once again, it's just a frequency generator. Has all these beautiful gems in here, stones. There's copper on there rolling around. So let me just feel into the group. But I feel into the group's energy, and also to anybody who watches this. There's no limits really. It's just pure love here. And I'm going to feel into the group here. Yeah. Hardship. I'm getting the word hardship. Like life is hardship. Life is. We saw the word struggle before. In fact, it really came up with a client today, but Vivian said it a little while ago. Struggle is life, and I was like, no. Like on the surface, we don't believe that, but subconsciously, even in my journey, being bedridden for those 9 years in a wheelchair for 2, there was a part of me that believed that to different extent. But as I feel into the group, life is a challenge. I'm getting I'm seeing an image of ups and downs, like a roller coaster, the famous roller coaster. That's what life is. There's good times, bad times, rich, poor. There's these opposites going on. That's what life is about. The challenges of life. And I'm getting that energy here. Like, yeah. And the reason why that's important to bring up is that we get into the norm, saying, oh, that's normal. And what I'm feeling again is that when we're on a high, when things are going great, and then there's an internal saboteur saying, "Oh, well, when is it going to break? When is the boat going to sink? When am I going to trip?" If you're running a marathon, oh no, I'm going to trip. And it's always a negative energy. So as I feel into the group, like I said, I'm going to bring up limiting beliefs. We may call them denied aspects at the subconscious level. These are not the truth. Allow the words just to rise out of your beingness and into a black hole or into the sun. Or you could imagine a tornado whipping around you, energetic, a white tornado, and just taking that energy out. So as I feel into the group again, about life being a challenge, a struggle, a roller coaster, what's next here? It's about lineage. It's saying, struggle is part of my past, it's my family, it's a heritage. Just allow that to just rise up. I'll help you make a shift here. Next is the word here, challenge. From the lineage again. It's an heirloom. It's my inheritance. Struggle is my inheritance. Without struggle, there is no gain. There's no growth. It's the challenges that made me who I am. I look forward to the next challenge. Allow that to rise. Even though it sounds like a truth, allow that to just go into the sun. We're calling in that frequency of struggle, of a challenge. I look forward to the next challenge. Everyone has challenges. So must I. Without a challenge, I will not grow. I will be stagnant. Without challenges, I will die. Challenges makes me just like everyone else. I can relate. There's an energy of fear rising here with this. It's like the fear that comes with a challenge is natural. Allow that to rise and gently move out of your beingness. It's good to be afraid of what comes next so I can meet it head on. Allow that false statement to come up and just out of your system. Life is about fight or flight. Life is about survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest is meant only for the rich who can buy their way out. I'm not one of the lucky ones. I'm not meant to move ahead in life. And as the next one comes up, and this is going to be the last one for this piece, it feels pretty strong. So just allow this false statement, once again, just to come up from your beingness and go into the sun or into that black hole. I'm meant to lose in life, and I always knew it. I'm meant to lose in life, and I always knew it. Just push that away. There we go. And be gentle with yourself as you return to the space. Make sure to take in a breath. Just stay in a breathing rhythm here. Okay, great.
Beautiful.
How are you
Thank
feeling?
you.
How are you feeling with that?
Yeah, that feels really, really good. Thank you. That just
Wonderful.
feels so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Christine's giving us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And once again, you could add your comments. And at this time, if you have a question, comment, or if you want to unmute yourself, you will be on the video. So just be aware of that. Or you could just write in a comment and we'll read it out. You should have the ability to unmute yourself.
Yeah, if you have any questions, do let us
Yeah.
know. Yeah, that felt really relaxing, and I just like supported the healing. And at one point, when Eduardo brought up that limiting belief of I can't move forward in my life, it just felt so much stagnation in the group, and I cleared it as well. So I just like cleared that stagnation that was there. So that felt really good. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and tune in to see how we're going to go forth from here, whether there are some truths that wants to come through or other limiting beliefs, just to see what else is coming through in that space of love, of unconditional love and truth. So take in a breath and slowly breathe out. Just remember to slow down your breath and to stay in that rhythmic breath. So it feels like Eduardo pulled out a couple of limiting beliefs right now. And what's coming through right now is some truth. Life is not meant to be hard. Life is not meant to be difficult. It's just our belief systems. If we believe it's going to be hard and difficult, it is going to be hard and difficult. If we don't believe it, if we believe that life is neutral, it is going to be neutral. If we believe we have to fear everything that is coming up in life, we are going to fear everything that is coming up in our life. So, and if you feel that we can relax into our life, we can live life in a relaxed state of being our true selves, and having the reins of our hand, of our lives.
Yeah, the reins.
The reins of our life in our hands as the creator. As the creator of our lives, we can decide whether we want to create hardship or we want to create truth.
And it's about taking the
joy.
reins. Absolutely, taking the reins. And as we're guiding a horse or whatever we are, it's what's coming through is Vivian. I love it when Vivian talks about seeing your body almost like you're inside of a car, but your body is the car, and kind of like you're in the steering wheel, the true you, the true essence. So that feels really beautiful, that image of taking the reins and just going forth and realizing that we can go in different directions. And even if you take the wrong path, the wrong road, just be gentle with yourself and bring yourself back on course. Yeah. Many times we just judge and criticize ourselves. And what we saw earlier with the clearing, a lot of it was based on lineage, the word lineage, like our parents, and it's not even yours to begin with. It's just that we've adopted some of these limiting beliefs. So please go ahead.
Yeah, so the truth that's coming through is, there's really no way that life has to be lived. There is no right or wrong. There's just life purpose, your life purpose path, and the deviation of your life purpose path, whether you're on your path or not. And every time you deviate, you have the ability to come back on your path without any judgment, without judging yourself, without any criticism, without any embarrassment. Because we're all here to learn lessons, and sometimes lessons, it feels that sometimes lessons make us deviate from our path, but we can also always come back to our truth and to our beingness, to do what we're here to do in our lives, to live our life purpose. Okay, that really wants to be integrated into every level of everyone's being. So taking a breath and slowly breathe out as we're just allowing that to integrate. And it feels like there was like some confusion in that space. I'm going to release that confusion by integrating the truth. Yeah, that feels really good. So there is some more about hardship, something else about hardship. And I see we have the time to tune into that and to clear some more around that topic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pull out some more limiting beliefs, some more limitations that we have. Yeah, Christina's saying, yes, I've been so afraid of moving forward in case I make a mistake. And I'm now releasing to just move forward and realizing to just move forward in truth, no matter what, as you can get it wrong, as you cannot get it wrong. Yeah.
Just keep moving forward. That's what it's about.
Yeah. And really, there is no judgment. The only thing that there is that there might be, it would be self-judgment. Okay, but we're gonna release it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and just go ahead and close your eyes as we're diving deep into the subconscious mind and release some more limitations. So what I'm seeing, those are not affirmations, but limitations. So we pull them out gently with grace and ease. What's coming through is hardship is for me. Hardship is my life. Hardship is all I know. How can it be different? And we release all those energies, all those limitations from every level of our being, from our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, our DNA, from the family lineages, from our whole universe. And we also realize that there is a new reality available to us, which is the reality of unconditional love. So we get to choose whether we want to be in the reality of hardship and of control and of fight or flight, or whether we want to be in the reality of unconditional love. It's our choice. Both realities are available to us. And that reality of unconditional love really requires us to take the reins and to see ourselves as the creator. Because the other reality, the reality of hardship, is just about seeing ourselves as a victim and having that perspective that life is happening to us. So it is our choice whether we want to see ourselves as the creator or as the victim of our life. And it's so easy to choose. What I'm feeling guided now to do is to clear limiting beliefs around that choice. Because what it boils down to is really that choice that we have to make in our lives subconsciously. Okay. I don't know. The other limiting beliefs coming up is I don't know what to choose. I'm confused. How do I choose what's in my highest good? Allow that limiting belief to come up. I'm confused. As we gently release that from every level of our beings, from our conscious mind, subconscious mind, DNA, that confusion, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what is evil. We don't have to know it. There's only what is in our highest good. And that is the path of love, of self-love. So be open to receive that healing, to let go of everything else. That confusion from our family lineages. Is what I'm seeing real? That limitation is coming up. Is what I'm seeing real? Is my perspective real? Am I the real me? We're going to clear that from the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, the DNA, the level of our being. for everybody who's joining us, who's watching this live, as well for the people who see it later. What's coming through is reality is perspective. Reality equals perspective. And we all live in different realities depending on the perspective that we have, depending on the limitations that we have. Some things might be possible to you and impossible to others. Integrating that into every level of your being. So we gently let go of all those limiting beliefs in a space of love and truth. What's coming through is I am not good enough to be love. To be in a reality of love, to be in a reality where I see myself as love, as joy, as abundant, as abundance. Allow that to come up gently. You're shifting that from every level of your beingness, from your subconscious mind, your DNA, your whole universe, past, present, future, your family lineages. So let it go from your dreams. My dreams are not real. What am I to dream of the impossible? Impossible does not exist. It is only restrictions of the mind to categorize something as possible or impossible. We choose to live beyond the mind and that infinite reality. Go from your DNA, from every level of your being, from every level of your consciousness. From every level of your reality, past, present, future. Yeah. It feels like, as I'm clearing all that, it feels like we're ready to merge. We're ready to be in that new reality. Unconditional love. Seeing ourselves as love. Seeing our possibilities, the opportunities in life, rather than focusing on the negative. And that is something that is being shifted right now, the focus on the negative. The focus on the lack mindset. So taking a breath and slowly breathe out as we're shifting that lack mindset. From every level of your being, from every level of our consciousness. Past, present, future, from the family lineages. When there were famines and wars and lack in their lives that were created by generational limiting beliefs that were not real. They were only perceived by them in the current reality that they lived in as real, as the reality that they had to deal with. But as everything in life, it was just a perception. Let that go from every level of your being. Okay. So still holding on to something here, to some level. Dreams are not reality. Limiting beliefs are reality. We let that go from every level of our consciousness, every level of our being, our subconscious mind, our DNA, our parents' energy. We let our parents' energy go. Let it go from our family lineages. And the truth is, what I can imagine, I can create. The restrictions are only in my imagination. Because I create my life from my imagination. Subconscious imagination, conscious imagination, and DNA imagination. What is there in the DNA? like saying, letting go of everything that is saying that is not true. It can't be that easy. Go of everything. The truth is, you've never spent much attention to what is going on in your subconscious mind, to your subconscious imagination. You're doing that right now. Releasing subconscious restrictions to creating that dream life, the life that we dream of. And what is more important is to allow it in, to allowing it in. Bring that from the subconscious mind, from the DNA. Every level of our beings. Yeah, that felt really expansive right now. That feels really good. Yeah. We're gonna come back to this space. Gonna open your eyes again, and yeah, if you have any questions, comments, and just come back and continue with slow breath and be really gentle with yourself as we cleared a bunch of things. Debbie has a question. You're already unmuted.
Yeah, I unmuted. It's actually like my daughter and I are so connected, and as much as I have worked with people to disconnect us, we are still like strands, and she's in the other room. We live together, and everything that you have both said today is exactly what she is struggling with. It's not so much my struggle and my belief, but every single thing that both of you have said today is stuff that she struggles with all the time. So even though she's not sitting here in front of the screen, because we are so connected, she's part of what you're picking up.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's in the collective, this struggle, and even at the very end here, Vivian mentioned the family lineages and the family, just what's in there. So, and it's beautiful just to allow that to come up and leave the space. So thank you for bringing it up. That's important because when it resonates, we tune into the field here and in a space of love so that we can be ready to release that.
Yeah, we're just
Well, and you don't want it to go farther. We want it to stop wherever it is. We don't want it to go into those successive, the lineages that are coming. We want it to be cleared for them so that they don't have to deal with all the shit.
Absolutely. And that's what it's about. Thank you for bringing that to our awareness, because just by mentioning that, sometimes people, the ignorance is not looking at something's going on over here, and it's just, nope, I'm going this way. I'm not going to mention it. There's an elephant in the room or whatever. Nobody's mentioning it. So yeah, and there's that awareness of just saying, I don't want that for my lineage, my children, and I don't want it for my past. That's what we do. We also clear it from different levels. And people, they have to be ready. There's and the best way to do that, even like for your daughter or other people, as you may be aware by now, is to lead by example, right? And so they start seeing your light, or they saying, hey, I see you're smiling, or I see that doesn't affect you in this way. And that's why sometimes it's nice to have a partner who we're on the same energetic level, and that we're in a space of love. We point things out to each other, not to say I'm better than you, you're better than me, just say, hey, wait, where did that come from? And sometimes I might say something like, hey, that sounds like it came from a parent, or that's not your voice from the usual. She might
mother's energy. Who says
mother's energy, or she might challenge me, like, did that come from you? And I stopped for a minute. It's like, I got loud the other day. My voice went up, and I said, hey, wait, I think I stopped myself. Wait, that's not me. I never do that. And we're not animals, we're not beasts. We could, in a reasonable space, see what we're going here. What's the truth about this? So thank you for bringing that awareness to us. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much. That is beautiful, beautiful awareness. Yeah. Yeah. And also what I'm feeling is it is also in the collective somehow, that readiness. It is each and every person individually, like some people are ready, some people are not ready, and that's totally fine, right? But I'm also feeling actually more readiness in the collective, in the human consciousness. And I don't know why it's just coming up to my awareness right now as I'm talking about that, but sometimes I'm seeing so many spiritual coaches, so many spiritual events, and so many people talking about awakening, and I'm like, wow, that is somehow also in the collective field there, that readiness.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, people after a while, they
Consciousness.
have enough, they have enough of what's going on. And we have to do that in ourselves. And like in my journey, I had to finally wake up and say, I've been, bedridden, or I've been sick, or I've been in this stuck for so long, and just make a choice. First consciously, it's good to have it consciously, and then go see what are the blockages in the subconscious level. And that's why we're just grateful that we have this ability. And there's others here, even Christine. Thank you for Christine for being here. She has her EM machine also. And just to be in that space of allowing, just to be open, and really is that even though we're guiding people, we're really, oh, there's Christine. Great.
There's she.
Yeah. And we're really being guided by your essence, by your beingness, by your higher self. And it's beautiful. Like I said, it's like many times there's so many things in society or other things that just hold us down. And sometimes people feel what's coming through here is I feel like people think like, oh boy, it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 102, because one thing that stops people in their tracks, what I notice in the last couple of weeks, people that are over, I would say over 40. That's what I've been feeling. But some people think like, oh, it's too late for me. Even in their 30s, in their mid 30s, some people think like, oh no, I'm not 21 anymore. There's that type of energy, and it's not fun. It's not good, because then we stop. We say, oh no, I remember that. I don't know who plays word like puzzles. Like what is it called? Crossword puzzles.
Scramble.
No, it's like there's different games, but on this particular one, I remember that I was in high school, okay, and I was like, I believe I was around 17, and I remember a teacher told us, oh, because every morning he did the crossword puzzles. He'd walk into the room, and I remember thinking, oh no, I should have learned that when I was younger, because he was challenging us to do that, and I'm 17 years old, and so then I'm thinking, now when I look back at that, like, I probably would have been an expert in that. I mean, I would have wasted a lot of time doing crossword puzzles, and that's okay. My brother that I live with, he loves crossword puzzles. They give him joy, and he drinks his coffee, and that's okay to do that. But my point is that this is the moment. We know that we've heard the phrase that now is the time, and we realize that that's really all there is. We could start making these shifts, these changes now. And it's really beautiful. You could always get into a space of beautiful meditation and just get into and ask your essence, ask your beingness, because one beautiful thing that Vivian said, that we are the creators, and really to go in there and say that we are at the reins, and we are at the steering wheel of our lives, and just to be gentle with ourselves, because usually as people get a little bit older, and once again, over 35, when we get older, sometimes we have that limiting belief or that blockage that, oh no, like I should have learned that when I was a little younger. Yeah, so that's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. That is really important. So like, yeah, we're all guided to like realizing the truth and awaken at the perfect point in time in our lives. And that's what I'm also feeling.
I like that.
Okay. And thank you everyone on YouTube. I'm gonna pause the recording.